Hello and welcome to another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new debut record by a new shoegaze grunge sort of new metal band called ASkySoBlack. So this fits in right at home with bands like Fleshwater or Narrowhead, two bands that I think are easily bringing the genre to new heights and getting others like Split Chain, even another new promising band that plays with these elements, into the mix. It's a genre that has just been kind of growing inside out, and it's interesting to see where this goes. But yeah, it's a brand new band, and I think ASkySoBlack, as I've been following this since the Carousel House single released, honestly I didn't quite know what to expect, but after going throughout the record I can definitely tell that this kind of is going for a more narrowhead approach. You don't quite have the heaviness or the liveliness of Fleshwater in there. You do get little bits of heaviness. The two tracks, they even have some uncleans to them, as Carousel House and Did It All Wrong, which these are the two heavier tracks on the record. But then you get a mixture of other stuff that does play with some pretty harsh riffs, but they also tone it down to this more ethereal approach, which I think works quite nicely. But yeah, this definitely reminds me of Narrowhead, and especially with the latest record, Moments of Clarity, when it comes to the fact that that band also put in two songs with uncleans. If you want to be exactly precise, then I guess you could say three if you're counting a Lovesick cover on the deluxe version of the record, but on the base album it's two. And I kind of feel like this definitely pays homage to that sort of sound Narrowhead was pushing out, and I think ASkySoBlack, they do have some good grunge elements to it, which definitely make this an interesting approach. I'm not saying this is anything phenomenal, but as a debut it's clean, it's straight to the point, and it's not such a long run time either. Some of the songs are actually quite short, so you kind of get the short, simple snap of it. But I gotta be honest, there is a bunch of good ideas, but I don't think as many songs stand out on their own. The reason that bands like Fleshwater and Narrowhead work great, especially with the latest releases from both of those bands, they have managed to have a record that just has every song that feels so different, whether it's the chorus, whether it's the structure, whether it's just the whole lyrics or story of the writing. Then I don't know, it just feels like this album doesn't quite hit that mark, but there's definitely a new band that's trying new things, and I think it's definitely worked to a good degree. Not the worst album at all, and I honestly think it is a pretty solid debut for this year, but don't really have much else to say than that. It definitely starts off strong. You kind of just get the same experience throughout, but there's some great tracks I do enjoy near the start, like Boy Like A Bruise stood out to me, and so did You Sit Useless, which I think those two are singles, but I actually haven't listened to them. I only listened to Carousel House. But then It's a Slow Crash is quite a different track. It plays an even more moodier, slower sound, so you do get a bit of variety, which is nice, and that's what this needed a little bit more of. But yeah, this is a good album. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's a good listen. Hope you enjoy. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next video.